Good afternoon. Hello. How are you doing? Welcome to a SimRail stream. It's been a long while since we've done one of these. A long while since we've done one of these, but we're back. Hello, CP. Welcome to the stream, my man. Let's see what we're gonna get up to. Oh my god, my words. Let's see what we're gonna get up to today. Hello, nerds. How are you doing, CP? And how are you doing, nerd, as well? Hope you lot are good. I'm going to say we're doing. I'm not going to say strictly, but we're going to do train driving today. I've got a cool website that I came across. Well, it's not new, and I think I've heard of it before, but I just don't really know it too tough. But now that I've sort of worked my way around it, it's actually really cool. It's almost like an Ebula. It's like a live. It's the EDR website, edr.simrail.app. You type in your train number. And then you get it's almost like an Ebula. It's like a little timetable, like a live timetable. It goes down as your train goes through the station till your departure time, the station name. You can even put signals in there and signal names. And then below it on the same page is like a small, it's the SimRail map, but just a section where you're at. So you can see just yourself and the trains around you. And it's all on one page, and I really love that. I find that amazing, so I'm gonna have some fun with that today. And I'm just looking for the timetable website that I used to use to figure out what trains are starting their routes at what times. SRTT, that was it. srtt.soccerart.dev. Love the site. So it's 1:12 right now. Glad to hear you guys are doing good. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking. My nose is behaving itself today, so I'm happy. Right. So we're going to be here for the next 3 hours or so, right? So we're here until 1600 hours. So preferably something that's around 3 hours long, but there's nothing that's long. The longest one I'm seeing is it's an EN76 service. But it's an empty coaching stock move though. It's just driving. However, not long after that, well, starting at the same time actually, is a Pendolino run, which I wouldn't mind doing. I know it's not as involved as the locomotives, but as I'm getting back into SimRail after about a month, I think, away, or 3 weeks it's been, I think that'll be a good way to get our feet wet again. So let's do that. It's train number. I'm not going to tell you guys in case you try to take it. You'll see it when I search for it. Have they brought in the search feature yet? No, not yet. It should be coming soon. The ability to search for trains. It should be. It will be here at the top and the left hand side above all the services. Right. So there's also a track service not too long from now as well. Okay, so it hasn't shown up yet. It's 1427. I'll give it a couple of minutes. The thing is, I don't know how the trains things work, because sometimes they'll be here, sometimes they won't. Okay, so the trains that are meant to be starting now at this time, right? You've got 6120. Is 6120 here? 6120 isn't here. It's just these two. At this time, you've got 146035. You've only got 146031 here. 1427 is what we were looking for. That's not here yet. You've also got, starting at this time, 42176. 42176 isn't here. It should be after 42174. And or if I back out and then come back in again. If I back out of EN1 completely. Hit the refresh. EN1. Still no 1427. 1425 is just in Warsaw, so 1427 should spawn soon. Oh yeah! I guess that's something to consider. I didn't think about that. So if they're starting from the Warsaw side, we all know how much of a nightmare it is. Currently, I'm hoping they fix it, but currently it's a nightmare leaving Warsaw. Your train will leave 5 minutes after its due departure, if you're lucky, due to the signals, and I don't know how the whole thing works, but it's a mess. I'm a little bit upset that it's still a mess, with how long we've been waiting for that to sort itself out, but it is what it is. So I guess once that train moves, 1425, then 1427 will be able to spawn in and take its place. Ian 1 has been moved back an hour from memory. Has it? What do you mean? So it's 12:15 in the game now? Okay, so that could be it then. So let's say 12:15. 12:15. Nothing at 12:15 exactly, but at 12:16. So in less than a minute, there's 144269. It would be after this one. 144269. And the interesting thing, unless it's been taken, unless someone's already got it, it should still be running. So it should still be on this timetable. So I can only assume somebody's got it, which I wouldn't be surprised about, because it is it's a dragon loco. And they seem to be quite popular. What else? Let's say at 12:14, 37122 now. That's less than an hour, so it shouldn't be here realistically. 37122. Okay, so it's not here. So I think it's operating on this time. Let's take a random train and get in, and let's just see what the time is in the server. I guess that would give us clarity. Not gonna lie, I thought the game just crashed then. I've never seen the Windows loading mouse pointer on here. Okay, so you're right. So it's 12:17. Has it been moved, nerd, or did it just never move forwards? 12:17. Okay. So it is an hour behind. Therefore, so I mean, if we get 144269, that would be cool because that's a freight service. That'll be interesting to come back to a freight service. 144269, did I say? There it is. This one. The dragon? Yes. 2 hours and 21 minutes. Perfect. Because it's 1:18 now. So it will take us literally to 4 o'clock. Bang on. If there are no delays, which is a big ask. But let's see. We could have waited a minute and then 16125, which is a 2 hours and 8 minute service. Right. So usually what I would do is get to a station and then do simulate a driver switch over. However, there is no such thing as no such thing as that, basically. So we're just gonna disable autopilot. Let me get familiar with the controls again. So 3 and 9 were the brakes. 2 and 8 were also brakes, but different brakes. Acceleration was okay, same as Train Sim Mod, basically. I made it the same as Train Sim Mod. I don't think it's like that by default. ETCS will be set already. I don't really need to worry about anything else. Lights obviously going to be set up already for us. I'm not going to need to worry about anything else, I don't think. We might set some air conditioning. I think you can set an aircon on here, can't you? Other than that, though, I think we're good, man. I think we're good. Let's get it. Maybe I'll keep this thing here. Oh, actually, let me see it. Let me find a train on EDR. 144269. Okay, so speed limits on as well, please. That would be helpful. Okay, so we're on our way to. We've left Setjo, on our way to Gnievichin. Yes, I guess the G would be silent. I would assume the G would be a silent. It would be Gnievichin. Due there for 12:19. And then after Kilomontov, 4 kilometers after Kilomontov, we'll have a 100 kilometer an hour speed limit, which I think we already... Are we not already on our... Oh, no, we're on 90 kilometer an hour speed limit. We should be on 100 kilometer an hour speed limit, according to this. Right, I wish this had a... I really wish this had a stand, this tablet, but it will do... I was going to put it here. But slides, because it's like, it's got a slippery back to it. I'm going to put it behind... Okay. Okay. I think we're ready. I think we're good to go. The only thing is, I'd love to see if it's an AI dispatcher or a person. I saw this button. But it's alright. I'm not really going to need to communicate unless I'm communicated with, or I need to communicate. Let's change this to NVIDIA Broadcast. Although both work anyway, but for some reason it always just shows one. I don't know what the maths is behind that. This changed. This was 4K and it's changed. Hold on a second. Why did that happen? Interesting. It was actually it looked like it was 4K. Now it's gone down to 1440p. My eyes are very, very sensitive. It was all of this was at 4K. I know for a fact. I don't know how it just changed to 1440p. It should be at 1440p. I'm not complaining. But it wasn't, and something's changed. Right. We got 4 kilometers. You know what? Let's get to this red signal. If we stop at this red signal, we'll change over. If it changes, I'll take charge of it. I do wonder why they changed the time. It's interesting. We're on radio channel 4. I believe that's the correct radio channel. It doesn't say it here, but it does say it over here. But we'll use the signs from here on to know the signals, the channel. Sorry, the radio channel. Hey, hello, Transport Legend. How you doing? AG, welcome, my man. Could be because driver update. What's the driver update? I'm not aware of any updates that have come. Did someone say 1440p? I'm getting it 4K. I still, yeah, you're just getting upscaling, Transport Legend. It has to be that. It has to be that, man. You're getting upscaling. Which is neat. As long as it does it properly, it's neat. Like I say every so often, I'm a sucker for eye candy, man. So if there's an opportunity to look at something clearer or in a higher resolution, I'm always going for it, man. Although the irony of me saying that and then sitting here also saying I wouldn't mind getting a 1440p monitor. It's got to be 240 hertz though. I know I'm only at 60, so even 120 or 144 would be a significant upgrade. But it's like I don't plan on changing my monitor anytime soon. You know what I'm saying, right? We do have a light change. Let's take over. I do also want high refresh rate as well. How do I activate cruise control on here? I forgot. Air condition on. Not a cruise control, AFB. Let's bring it up to 40 from now. I'm pretty sure I pressed the keyboard thing for that, but it's all good. We did miss a horn sign, but it's alright. We're keeping an eye out from now. I'm still familiarizing myself with kilometers. I'm comfortable enough to drive with them, but in terms of being accurate, in terms of when to slow down and stuff like that, that's gonna take me a while. Although I think we've done alright. I think we've done alright here. Keep the throttle about 70%. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Put it about there. It's about 70%. I like to find 70%. So 70% seems to be the sweet spot for both train sim mode and SimRail in terms of freight acceleration. Any news on SimRail coming to consoles? Can't find the roadmap for life for me. Development just seems quite slow in general, to be honest with you, Transport Legend, mate. You know, we've been waiting for this extension now for, I'm pretty sure, coming up to a year, and if not longer. I didn't know it. I didn't know of it when it first sort of came to light that an extension was coming, but it's been a long time, right? And you know, work is going on. They do like a weekly update on the forums, all right? So there is work going on, as well as just other stuff not relating to this extension. But if we're talking big upgrades, big updates, it just seems to be a little slow with them, man. And fair enough, I would rather wait a little bit longer to get a good product than then get like a new DLC or a new update every 2 weeks. But they're crap, you know. However, I still would like to see faster development. I would like to see faster development. Because let's not forget, bugs and patches were all handled very, very quickly. But they were still there, even with months and months and months of preparation. These things still happened. Again, they dealt with them very quickly, which I'm happy about. It's not, they don't deal with them on a train sim world scale, but yeah, the long wait didn't mean that it was a perfect release. We're heading into Kozlov now. Well, no, actually we're heading to Tunnel. We've got a 120 kilometer. Oh, it shows whether there's a player here or not on a dispatch. Nice. So at Tunnel there's a player at dispatch box. Soon we should have. Okay, these speed restrictions are not standard, because we should be approaching a 120 kilometer an hour limit, and then not long after that a 110. Both much higher than what we've currently got. It's just a case of adding keybinds and begging Sony. I mean, well, I don't. Is it Transport Legend? Is that all it is? I feel like a lot more goes into it than just that, man. A lot more. It's running on. It's going to be running on a whole new architecture, you know. Not too dissimilar to PC, but nonetheless, you know, different architecture. I've got my brake release button as well in case we need that. Comes in handy, especially when you're driving the tracks. I was gonna make myself a coffee and I forgot. I feel like I might need one at some point. I don't like that the tutorials thing on the top left is just there. I'm not quite sure how to get rid of it, if it is possible to get rid of it. Is it possible to get rid of it? Oh, what about unlocked here? I've never seen this before. Oh, is that just like information? Okay, that's what I didn't want to do. That's exactly why I want to get rid of it. F9, F10, F11. What does F1 do again? Oh yeah, the timetable and train information. F2 is that stuff on the top right. F3, nothing. F4 was that stuff. Okay. I don't know about Presume, so people saying that it will cost only $30, which is like £22. Yeah, SimRail's pretty. I think it was being discussed in Carter's stream yesterday. The price of it. It's pretty. I think out of all of them, I think it's the cheapest one. I don't know about that. Sounds too cheap. How much did you pay for it? I don't remember. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it was 20 something. Did I buy it from Steam? No, I did buy it from Steam because I remember I was looking for third-party resellers and I couldn't find anything cheaper. The closest I could find was a similar price. Right, we are getting a bit of wheel slip. I'm going to take down the power a little bit. There we go. 66%. We got another 30. What are we hauling, by the way? That I did not see. Okay, just empty wagons, empty coal wagons. So we're heading back to the mine then. We'll be heading back to the mine. So yeah, we are in the range of tunnel. Oh wait, I think it says. Hold on. Are we changing channel to 13? No. What does R13 mean? Tunnel R13. Not bad at all, man. Honestly, not bad at all. And I've gotten a lot of playtime out of it. I mean, I'm level 96. I'm not sure how many hours I've got in game, but it's a lot. It's over 100, I think. So I've got over 100 hours in SimRail. I paid 20 something pounds for it, and £15, I think. So let's say all in all, I've paid less than £50 for what I have. Yeah, for over 100 plus hours of enjoyment. TSW4, I've got 400 plus hours in it. So let's say 4 times what I've got for SimRail. And I've spent, well, I spent over £50 just in buying the game, because I bought the deluxe version. So 14269, I think you'll be going straight through. Have a good trip. 144269 to dispatch. Message receives. Thank you very much. Have a good shift. It also mentions layover as well. It mentions the signal number, or like the signal code, which I've struggled with a little bit. Well, I've struggled with them as a dispatcher. Do I really need to know them as a train driver? It's not really included in the communication. 516 hours in SimRail. It's been a good buy. Definitely, yeah, the value for money, man. Especially for nerds. That's ridiculous. Yeah, incredible value for money. Sprunklis, who I'm sure you guys remember would be in the chat quite a bit when it comes to SimRail. I haven't seen them in a while. But I just happened to be on the SimRail forums and I saw a post that he created on there, a thread that he created. He's working, well, he's calling, I think he's got some people on the team, but he's calling for more. And I think he's planning on doing a Swedish route. Because the editor's not fully released yet, he can't actually start working on it, but they've made some assets, they've made some signals, they've made some signs, and they're basically reaching out to for support, basically. I find that really, really cool, man. Do you think SimRail... What do you mean by that, Transport Legend? What do you mean? Do you think SimRail even working on PS5? Oh, I know what one of the F buttons was. I know what one of the F buttons was. It was for the alerts. I just don't know what F button it was. Nabil knows. If Nabil is there, be able to help me out, but he's not going to be here for a while. So what did we say doesn't do anything? It was F1 is that timetable. Okay. F2 was that. Okay. F3. It could be F3. And F4. No, F4 is that. Okay, maybe it's F3. It could be F3. Or I could just bloody Google it, right? Oh, I missed my signal. Remember I had the whole. I think I got it. There you go. There you go. None of the signal HUD alerts are coming up now. I forgot about my signs. I had like well, I do still have a picture on the tablet of all the signs, the signs and signal lights and what they mean. And I usually have it with me, so I would kind of know what's coming and drive by the signals themselves. But I can't have that open and what I have open now. I need another monitor, man. I really need another monitor because I could have both. I could have everything I need basically open on another monitor. F2. Oh no, F3. Okay, it is F3. Oh, F3 apparently also hides the tooltips. It does. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Well, if I need the tooltips, we'll turn it back on. We're not gonna need anything right now. That's a little bit annoying that it does. Like those are two completely different things, really. The tooltips and the HUD for the alerters. That's alright though. Look up in the control setting. I could. I thought about that, but I'd rather use shortcuts. Saves time. Is there anything we need to do in the settings? I don't think so. Data view. Train category pass 3. Train running number 9. That's not right, is it? Can I change that? I don't know whether I'd have to change everything. I didn't know it shows the alerters on the right screen as well. Oh, we can do slippery and non-slippery rail here as well. Nice. I would like to change. I would like to put in the right train running number. I don't know if I press X, is it going to remove everything? I don't want to lose everything. Oh no, it just closes the menu. Fair enough. Just off in the back panel. Or what, ETCS? I don't want to turn ETCS off. I just want to change the train number on the system. I'm happy using it. I haven't got an issue with the ETCS. Everything's on high. I'm stuck in the 40s. I would prefer to have something a little higher than 40s. I might change the settings to medium maybe. We might have crashed again. No, we didn't. Okay, this will do. What changed though? I'd like to see what changed. Okay, render distance is a huge one, to be fair. I could use DLSS, but it was causing some weird artifacting with shadows in the Pendolino. It doesn't come without its flaws. Let's give it another go. Let's give it another go. If I use DLSS and go Ultra, what would that do for us? Thank you. And that full resolution setting is a killer. For mirrors on. Mirrors shouldn't be on. I'm happy disabling mirrors. I'm more than happy to disable mirrors. I want you to an ultra quality, if you may. And then what was that? We're in the 50s. It's all right. If I balance it out, hasn't made a difference. It's the fact that the render distance is up. That's like a big one, basically. So here's a big one. Okay, if I just put everything to high, because I know everything was on ultra before. Keep you at half. Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure technically half of 1440, half of 2K would be 1080p. Stream 22 FPS for seconds there. It was a game. It was a game. So if I now make it play at 4K with these settings. Okay. VSync should be enabled, please. Thank you very much. Never turned that one off. Is the bot in control of the train, or am I still in control of the train? Has this alert just not been ringing? I guess I've been seeing it in the background. Have you turned on the car limit? I found that 10 my frames. Really? No, I had it on max. I have it on max. I like seeing the world like alive, you know. Because one thing that used to jar me without even me noticing that there was a car limit option was the lack of traffic and the lack of life. So when I saw the option, I straight away turned it to max. I mean, if I turn it down to like 15, let's say. Hasn't really made a difference. As a matter of fact, it decreased FPS somehow. No idea how that makes any sense. Right, so let's take it down to 1440p. Where we were at before. And then we get 60 like that. So then I realistically at 1440p, I don't even need DLSS, I don't think. Yeah, we don't need DLSS. VSync can stay enabled. Text will be at half. Why does the render distance drop when... Okay, so everything's on high. Why are clouds on medium? Put clouds on high. You can enjoy the clouds. Oh, you know what? It has an effect, you know. It has an effect. Even on a cloudless sky, it has an effect. Alright, we'll leave that at medium then. Mirrors is disable mirrors. I don't mind mirrors. I don't mind not having mirrors. Alright, this will do for now. This will do for now. I've got 30 coming up. It's a little bit hard for me to read the right side screen at 1440p, but it will do. I turned it down as well. Hello, Nicholas. Welcome to the streamer, man. How are you doing? I turned it down as well because of the drone sound whilst dispatching. What drone sound? Oh, from the cars. That's actually fair. That's actually valid. The screen space, reflections quality, and post-process effects quality. That makes a difference. That also that's because it actually does have quite a substantial difference in terms of like graphic stuff. So I'm not surprised that it's quite heavy. But I'm bouncing between 5960, 5960, which I'm happy about. I'm like at the limit basically. I'll have to see like when we get to like areas like Warsaw, for example, how things are there. Could get messy. But as long as I got 60 now, I'm happy because we didn't have 60 before. Maybe I'm going to need to do an upgrade to my system a lot earlier than I thought I would. I was hoping to keep this system for at least another 2 years at least, to be totally honest. Oh my god. Pardon me. So have we just got AI dispatches for the next few? Yeah. Okay. So this does seem to be pretty accurate. Just chilling in a Pendolino. I was hoping to do a Pendolino, Nicholas. I didn't realize that the time on the server was an hour behind my time, which when I last played wasn't actually the case. So if the time was synced up with my time, we probably would have been in a Pendolino right now as well. But hey, I don't mind a Dragon 2 Tough. Completely different trains for different purposes, but I feel as comfortable in one as I feel in the other. You're talking about getting a mini system to stream. Yeah, that too, you know. I mean, it depends. Let's say, for example, I just buy new parts and I don't do anything with what I have now, right? I could just use this as a streaming rig and then actually game and do everything on my other one. But honestly, streaming, actually, like the streaming resources, actually takes a considerable amount. At the same time, though, my CPU, so I've got the 5800 X3D, and there was another one very, very similar to it that was for very, very similar to it, but it was a bit more towards the streaming side, and then this one is a bit more towards the gaming side. And at the time I built this system, I didn't know I was going to go this hard with streaming. I knew I'd streamed before. I knew that it was a possibility I'll do a bit of streaming again, but I didn't know I was going to do it full time. So I went for the gaming CPU. So I get a bit more performance in games, but a bit less performance when streaming. So either way, there would have been some sort of trade-off, one way or another. I have a 3-hour difference. My time is 15:49 now. Oh, where are you, Nicholas? If you don't mind me asking. Well, 2-hour difference. 2-hour difference to me, 3-hour difference to the server. Yeah, this is literally like an Ebula, but it's like a it's a simplified Ebula, basically. A simplified Ebula. This train, the brakes on it are very quick to apply. It slows down quite quickly, and it recovers from the braking quite quickly as well. So I need to bear that in mind. It's not like the German trains. Romania, nice. I also have another viewer from Romania as well. It would be nice to know with freight what sort of routes I'll be running on. Because there is some freight that does move. You know, you drive on the main line and there's a lot more activity with the trains. There's more freedom in the speed limits you travel on. To be fair, this is also shared. But yeah, very, very limited speeds. That train that we're going past right now is train number... This map's taking forever to update. (42172) is AI. Getting ready for a... Ooh. Are you comfortable with the tracks? I don't know, Vanessa. How you doing? Welcome, my man. Are you comfortable with the tracks, Nicholas? For me, it's the braking that's always a little bit strange, but I think I've got it down. I think I've got the braking down. Now I actually enjoy driving that train. I'm not going to lie to you. I genuinely really enjoy driving that train. And the fact that you would tend to drive it for some hours, it means that you get really familiar with it, and it feels like a friend. The train starts to feel like a friend. I was operating a railhead treatment service on a suffragette line, and a passenger fell in front of my train. Oh boy, I clicked, saw the figure of a glitch or a real feature. Well, the issue is, if it was a real feature, I wouldn't complain, but I think a lot of licenses would be taken away from Dovetail. A lot of licenses. Some companies are very, very, very anal. And I'm not gonna lie, if some companies knew these glitches existed in the game, they wouldn't give Dovetail their license. Are you going to know? No, Nicholas. We left Tunnel maybe 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. We're heading away from it now. Hey, oh my god, hello, Carter. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, welcome all the raiders. You're very, very welcome. It happened to me like 10 times now. On that line alone, or in TSW as a whole, CP? Because it's not something unheard of, to be very honest with you. Cardo, I can't get my head around what times you stream. All day, every day, it seems. Anytime, any day, any game. Nice game you got there. Thank you, Cardo. I know, right? We are currently driving the Dragon in the cargo unit livery. I love the black and red. We've got some empty coal wagons. We're heading back to the mine. Trundling along at 50 kilometers an hour, taking it nice and slow through the countryside. Traffic's been alright. We've made contact with one dispatcher so far. The rest have been all AI. And we are currently heading to Volbrom over here, due for 1:02. So I think we're on schedule. I think we're doing pretty well for time. So we've got quite a lot to go. This is a 2 hour and 20 minute service, I think it was. No, 2 hour and 18, I think in total. So we should, if everything goes to plan, finish at 4 p.m. UK time on the dot. Just on that line. That's interesting. It's not a line I play on too much. It's one of my favorite ones, actually. I just don't really spend too much time on it. But yeah, that's been an issue since it was released, CP. It's been an issue since release. Dovetail are just very picky and a bit lazy, in my opinion, when it comes to fixing stuff like that. So don't expect it to be fixed anytime soon, especially with TSW5 around the corner now. Don't expect any major fixes. It's a challenge. I think I got some bug because when you deactivate the brake, it's entering my deactivate the boot. What do you mean when you deactivate the boot? This other line is awesome too, indeed. Carda, I was just saying some minutes ago, I need to know I need to get my head around the map and the lines and what goes where, so then I can see, okay, whether we're gonna have like a slow freight like this one with not too much activity, or whether we're gonna have one with a bit more action. Because right now, I just don't know what's up, what's down, what's left, what's right with this map, you know. Got a nice ET22 coming towards us with some containers. It's moving a lot faster than we are. That's not 60 kilometers. Also, we are using kilometers today, Carda. We are using kilometers. For me, SimRail is a game that I'm learning it. I haven't perfected it yet, but I'm learning it. We're getting there with kilometers. Train Sim World, I've tried it a couple of times, and it doesn't make sense because it's the same kilometers that I'm using here, but it just didn't work for me, man. Maybe I need to give it another go. I don't know. But naturally, because I'm in the UK, I'm more comfortable with miles per hour anyway. So I'm using EDR, edr.simrail.app, which has basically, it's almost like an Ebula. So it's got like your train information. It's got no, it doesn't have your train information, but it has the time on the server, and it has like a timetable. So it's got the stations, it's got arrival times, it's got the distance to the next signals and their code, and any layover time as well. And then at the bottom of it, it's like the pages are like half and half, or 3/4 down the page then is the map. So it's just enough of the map to see yourself and any trains around you. But I used to use the map, where I'd have the whole screen be the map. Yeah, I need another monitor, man, honestly. Then I can have everything I need, because I used to also have a photo that I used to use on my tablet that has every single sign on the Polish railway, like train signs, and also all the signals as well and what they mean. Very, very handy. Very, very, very handy piece of kit. When you take control of the tracks from the autopilot, just enter an emergency braking and disconnect weakness. Oh, that's very strange. Nicholas, do you clear the alerter when you get in? Every time you take over from the bot, you have to clear the alerter. That one works great too. Most of using map.simrail.app. Smart way of putting the link. Well done, Carter. Otherwise, Nightbot would have silenced you. Yeah, no, that's the one I used to use when you have the whole map. Yeah, yeah. I really like that one. You see everything. You see the stations. You see the players, and yeah. One of the developers for the map is usually he'd usually be in my chat. But I think because I haven't played SimRail in a while, a lot of people that used to be here for SimRail don't expect it here anymore. But sometimes we would talk, and I would tell him like sort of stuff I'd like to see. And one of the features that came out of that was the ability to, when you click somebody's train, you can hide the information box. I'm sure you've realized that update came a little while ago. So I'm glad to have played a part in that. Because for some reason on my tablet, when I'd press the player so you know the camera would follow that train across the map, the information box would block like 3/4 of the whole page. So it was very annoying. But yeah, I used to use it every single time. The one you talk about too also has a map. The map you click on a train and press it. Oh no, it's the same map. I think it's both apps together. It's exactly the same map. Same what's the word? It's got same legend on it. It's exactly the same. We have a strike. We have a strike. We struck. Oh my god, my English. We struck a car. Alright, we slowed down a little bit too much. Once again, these brakes. I need to have some more confidence in these brakes. I had really a lot of fun yesterday and today with SimRail, the human interaction. Such a nice change, man. Really, honestly. But the thing is, Kardar, it works because multiplayer in general works for SimRail because, number one, how big the map is, and two, the fact that people can play as dispatchers. I always say with Train Sim World, it wouldn't be the same. You need that same mix to have this much fun. The most that you have on Train Sim World is driving around in trains together for maybe 1 hour maximum, and then that's it. How do you do that again? I forgot. How do you do the how do you do the emergency lights? I completely forgot about that. Would it be in the light mode? Nope. Alarm. Yes. It said I sounded the horn at the right time. I must have done that as we crossed a horn sign. Donk. Oh god, CP. You're giving me PTSD, my man. I don't want to see any PZB stuff on SimRail. I don't want to see any of that. I'm having a nice holiday away from PZB right now. Hey, hello Samuel. How you doing, mate? Hope we're doing well, man. Hope the channel's going well as well. The maintenance shop hates us all because we keep using our horns. Hey, the horns are meant to be used, right? Horns are meant to be used. Is that 20 gonna clear, or are we gonna actually have to slow down to 20 Ks? Good. Glad to hear that. I'm sorry you came a little late to the stream the other day, Sam. Yep. I had a hunch we didn't need to stop for that. We might not need to stop for the red signal as well. That's in the distance. It's fine. It's the biggest pleasure of the game to use your horns. Abusive, right. I prefer to keep it a bit peaceful. Unless I see another train, that's when it becomes chaotic. Or if Nerd HP is on the game jumping on the tracks. I think we're doing well for time. 2-minute delay? Okay, maybe we're not doing too well for time. I mean, to be honest, a 2-minute delay on SimRail is on time. Also, the SOS button keeps like glitching out, and it's keeps catching my attention. It's annoying a little bit. The textures on it. You've got the oh snap when blowing that pickup. I don't know. I was pretty chill about it, to be honest. It was pretty chill. Just another day on the railway, you know. Waking people up all hours of the day and night. Yep. Talking of night, is the nighttime still like sunset? I think it is, isn't it? I'm so surprised that nobody seems to be making noise about it. Like, one of the most appealing things to me in this game was driving at night because of how like it would be completely dark and the lighting was beautiful, and that match was just made in heaven. And now the nighttime isn't nighttime, it's just sunset for the whole night. Really annoying. Now I no longer want to drive at night because of that. Very, very strange update. Okay, we are going to actually have to slow down to 20 this time. Because the crossing haven't closed yet. Even with the sign, I didn't see the sign the last time. There was actually like a 20 sign, like a 20 an upcoming 20km/h limit warning sign. That's the only reason I'm thinking this is we're gonna actually have to go at 20 over this one. The others didn't have an upcoming warning. Is this a car on top of a car? Nice. Carception. Look at that. Perfect. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. More perfect than the two cars humping. Oh no, one's just disappeared. Oh my god, so I was watching some video today of... so it was the same YouTube channel I shared to you guys a few days ago, with the train driver in Germany that records his train rides, his cab rides. Not his cab rides, he's a train driver, but he just records his journeys. And he had the Vectron, and I didn't know I've heard of the Roadrunner system on the forums, on the Dovetail forums, but I didn't know it actually sounds like a Roadrunner. I love it. And it's just very like satisfying just seeing him go poof poof. I love the Vectron, man. A really nice logo. We need an expert mode Vectron in TSW. You ignore the 20s, nerds. I see why. I see why they are a little bit annoying, but hey, immersion, right? The people complain about the noise, but the dispatchers don't answer the phones anymore. Hey, listen. I don't have... I think it was Carter yesterday, Carter. Was it you that I heard yesterday say You don't want to you don't want to deal with speaking to other dispatchers on the phones because it's too much already just dispatching, and I feel that I don't have the brain capacity to do all the dispatching, to do all the sending the station this message, sending the station that message, train da 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 da, left on track 2, train da 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 da, left on track 6, and then you want me to call the dispatcher as well, and they'll say that all verbally and communicate while I'm watching the trains, while I'm looking at the timetable and changing all the times on the timetables, the arrival time, departure time, crossing time. No thank you. I am one of the dispatchers that, well, I don't ignore the phone calls unless I'm very, very busy. However, I don't use them, and I would rather not use them because it's too much work already. Way too much work already. That's why I hate this line, slow motion line. Hey, Nilvinus, that's the beauty of freight, man. This is the beauty of freight. Some days you're going to be in a Pendolino doing 200 and whatever kilometers an hour. Other days, you're going to be on a Dragon, trundling along, enjoying the houses, enjoying the scenery, enjoying the weather, enjoying the crossings. Can you move yourself a tiny bit to the left? Webcam overlay, of course. Let's do that. Oh boy, good, bad timing, bad timing, bad timing. There we go. There we go. Let me move it a little bit lower as well. Perfect. Or okay, I'm still gonna block like upcoming speed limits, isn't it? Where do I put myself? I put myself like here. There you go. Now I don't block anything and I'm sitting on the desk. Phone calls are fun. I treat it like a sex line. Right. That's that why no one rings me anymore in dispatching. I think that might be the reason. I'm not too sure, Nerd. I think that may be what is causing everyone to stay well away from you. So Carlos stream, I had an encounter with him in the game earlier. Yes, yes. Carlos streams as well. He's a great streamer. He streams better than me. Go give him a follow. He streams Train Sim Classic, Train Sim World, SimRail, and everything in between. And everything that's not in between too. I love the Vectron too. The problem is that when I'm driving it on Dresden to Riesa, the LZB will make an emergency stop when entering the fast track zone. I don't think that's a bug, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I can't say I've driven the Vectron on that route, so I can't relate or know exactly the case we're talking about. Could it be that it ends? Because when LZB ends, you need to acknowledge that it's ending. I think you hit the end button, PZB. I think it's end on the keyboard, if I'm not mistaken. Which one's that? It's one of the PZB functions, but I don't remember. I just pressed all of them, I'm not going to lie, because I don't know which one to press when it comes to LZB. I find myself very, 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 very rarely using it. I made a little stream distraction with Maragan at dispatcher. Hey, listen, that's the beauty of multiplayer dispatching, right? It's just anything can happen at any time. It just sort of is what it is. We've had a lot of chaos as well on this side, so don't worry, man. Some of it was very fun. Other times, it was just very, very, very frustrating. Head into Ulkush. Kada. For what's the word? Pronunciations. There's a on the SimRail forums. There's a help section, and you can find so many different things that are helpful for the game. Including some pronunciations. I have like on my phone gallery, I have an album dedicated to SimRail because of how many pictures I have. Where is it? Yeah, I've got 13 pictures in the gallery, in the album, and all of them are pronunciations. Because, wow, Polish is a hell of a language, man. Hell of a language. And I still can't pronounce everything. I try. I try, but I can't get everything, man. Hell of a language indeed. Easy, of course, an easy language for you, Nilvinus. Of course, it's almost like it's your native tongue. Almost. I had a perfect run on timetable, which is rare in multiplayer, and just got ruined in 30 minutes before ending the shifts. Ah, so it wasn't a perfect timetable. It wasn't a perfect run. You had the SimRail experience, a 30-minute delay. It always starts very, very positively. And, yeah. If you think it's going well, and it's going to continue going well, you are wrong. How dare you think you're going to get to your destination with a 0-minute delay? How dare you? If it's not another player that will troll you, it will be the AI. They released me at 40 kilometers an hour in front of his Pendolino. Oh my god. Yeah, I've had that happen. I've had that happen too. And the problem was, I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but it was something of that level of silliness. It happened to me, and it was with you, Nilvinus. It was me and Nilvinus, I think. Nilvinus had a freight train. I had an intercity, I think. And they released Nilvinus ahead of me. And me and Nilvinus are both saying to the dispatcher, why have you done that? You shouldn't have done that. It was wrong. We're ever going back and forth. And he's standing on his decision. Both Nilvinus and I were both telling him you shouldn't have done that. It was the wrong decision. And he's saying, no, I made the right decision. They'll fix it at the next station. You made a mistake. It happens. Own up. Just say, oh, my apology. I didn't mean to do that. Now I know for next time. But no, he was sure that he made the right decision and nobody could tell him any different. So silly, man. That really annoyed me. I was just coming with 200 kilometers an hour. Jesus Christ. Sometimes you're so focused you forget it's just a game. Hey, that's the immersion though, isn't it? That's the immersion. You have a dispatcher that... When you have a dispatcher that you can talk to, that when you know it's a human being, there's some like pressure. There's an expectation on you now to drive the train well, to drive it on time, you know. You look down, you see a timetable, you see all of these numbers, this mumbo jumbo that you have to heed to, you know. And then of course the trains drive well, they sound well, you know. The level of immersion is high, it's good. It's really good. So, yeah. When you get certain decisions happen and you're locked in and you're running on time, for example, or even worse, you're running late, but you're making up time. You're driving fast, you're making up time, and you've seen that you've been making time, and then that happens. Oh my god. I think that was the situation I was in. I was making up time. I think I had made 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes I had made up. I was late by 13 minutes, I think. Flying. I had a 3-minute delay by the time I got there and had that happen. I don't remember what station it was, nerds. I just remember that I was heavily annoyed. I also have a problem with the Ranta ramp. When I'm arriving at Dresden, the GNT will sound an alarm that doesn't end. It's worth... I know it's a bit of a cop-out answer, but because it's things I'm not completely familiar with, and I'm not playing CSW right now to test them, CP, the best thing I can say is go on the forums and just see if anyone else has reported the issue. Because it could be a bug that someone's already reported, and that's good. Or it could be something that somebody's also had difficulties with, but they found a solution for it. Once I then had shunting operations in Grudgig, I found it was okay. Wait, which one? Which one? Nilvinus, I don't remember. Shunting operations? When did this happen? I know I've had a fair few situations with shunting signals from dispatchers that were just confused. Even once, resulting in me having to go backwards because I had to stop to make out a station and they routed me on the fast track. So everyone had to stop and reverse. Oh, that's the one. That's our, yeah, okay, that's the one then. Yeah, I remember that. Everyone has to reverse. You have to go back and then forward again into the platform. Man, the run was finished at that point. It was done. It was finished. Hey, hello Dan, how you doing? It's warm, it's hot and nice. Yes. It's actually very, very nice outside today. 30 degrees in here. So it's always summertime in this room. It's always summertime. After Ulkush, we're gonna have a 50 km/h limit, I think, apparently. Will it tell me why if I click it? No. That's for me to find out. Next time I get a new car, I ain't go for a dark color. Oh no, Dan, what's happened? The annoying thing dispatching is people expecting greens all the way to the platform access when you have 25 minutes early. A bit hard to have all platforms occupied. He was whinging about being kept on the mainland so the platform is vacant. I feel like you've had a lot of those, I feel like, that nerds. Those complainers. If I was a dispatcher in that situation, I'm going to say, listen, it is what it is, mate. You're 25 minutes early. You are not on your schedule. You have failed. It's not just when you're late, you know. Being super early as well is a form of failing to be on time, failing to be on schedule. So, don't be mad when I got to put you in now for 25 minutes. It means that you were speeding. Either there was a layover that you didn't take, which I have nothing to do with, or you were speeding. It's like a fucking oven. Open the door and it's warmer in the car than outside. Oh. That ain't got nothing to do with the color of the car, though. That's just cars for you, mate. That's why, as old school as they are, you need the windscreen sun protector. I don't know what they're called, but you know that foil piece thing that you put over your windscreen from the inside. No, it is. Is it? So you're telling me if you had a white coloured car and a black coloured car side by side in the sun, only one would get hot inside? I don't believe that. They do naturally because of the colour. I know that. But when you talk about cars sitting in the sun, either way it's gonna get hot, mate. Unless you have a Tesla and you can bloody turn on the aircon before you get in. Reason why most cars that buy in the Middle East are white. Okay, that's fair enough, fair enough. But surely, though, if your car's in the heat, in the sun, regardless of what color it is, it's gonna get hot inside, right? Maybe one color will get hotter than the other. But either way, you're fucked. Airport where I live, the beaches, park, they don't have any sun protectors, so when I turn the car is hot as fuck, like 60 degrees. That's why you need to get your own, man. Super old school, but if it works, isn't it? So, you know. We used to go, we used to drive from London to Morocco, and so we'd have our car in Morocco, and it was like dark, it was like a darkish blue. It was a very dark blue color. And yeah, if we didn't use the sun thing inside, it would like the dashboard and stuff, you couldn't touch it. You genuinely couldn't touch it once you get in the car. Like my dad wouldn't be able to drive the car because the steering wheel would be too hot. "25 minutes and whinging that others were occupying a platform." Was he the one that you then intentionally delayed later down the line? Or did he just want to do that? I remember you saying that. I can activate the aircon via my phone, but I forgot to. Alright, Dad. You got one of those super elite technological cars. You got a spaceship. Now that is a hell of a feature, you know. What a sick feature, like genuinely, what a sick feature. Worst nightmare, the seatbelt metal thing touches you when you enter the oven. You know, I'm so happy I've never had that happen to me. I've never had that experience. Although, I think, I don't know if my mind is making it up. I don't know if it happened, but because it was traumatic, my mind is trying to delete it. Or whether I'm just imagining it, yeah? But I believe when I was younger, I touched a cigarette lighter with my finger. But I'm so lucky because I've heard about the seatbelt thing a lot. And it's never happened to me. I'm very, very lucky. That's the painful thing, that is seeing, or like when you're upset already. I know he didn't have a good reason, but nonetheless, when you're waiting and you're just seeing trains come and go, it stings. What Toyota is it, if you don't mind me asking? Dan, sorry. It'll sound like a spaceship, but mine I think only turns on to it was set. To it was set before it was turned off. Well, I mean, it's going to be similar regardless, right? Although it would be nice to have freedom in choosing what temperature you want. I said to you, he was late before entering platforms. What a funny guy. We would on the cigarette lighter thing multiple times. Multiple times, though? I did it once. I learned my lesson. Why are you doing it multiple times? My back was sick as a cloth. Oh, boy. So, yeah, Yaris. Are they worth getting? I can't even get a small car anymore now that I've got a family. I used to want to get a coupe. Just a little two-seater for myself, you know. Something to just fuck about in, basically. There goes that. I can still get one. But I got to prioritize a site for the family. I do have something in mind anyway, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it out there. I don't want to put it out there just yet. When I get my hands on it, I'll share it with you guys. I drove a Toyota Aygo a couple of months back. And it was like the first model Aygo. Oh, it's a piece of shit. It was actually a piece of shit. Fucking ragging it down the motorway though. It goes, but Christ Almighty, it feels like you can just flip at any given time. The Yaris Cross is a small... Oh, Yaris Cross. So it's like a crossover, I guess. I like it. I don't like it as I have automatic gearbox in it, so I think it needs a 1.8. But it does go. Let's have a look. Hey, I'm a car guy, so expect judgment. Let's have a look. Pics and vids, I assume, or is it in general? It's in general. Oh, you know what? That's not too bad. That's fair. That's actually fair. I can't... How much power do I can't... I'd love to move it to pics and vids, but I can't do that on here. On my phone. That's actually not half bad. So if it needs a 1.8, what does it have? A 1.4? I missed a warning signal. I feel like something of that size would need at least a 2, in my opinion. I bought a Camry for my taxi about 2 years ago and absolutely love it. Camrys are decent. They just seem casual. We ain't really got them in the UK, but from what I see in the US and like the UAE and stuff, they just seem like just cool. Just casual cars. 1.5 as a hybrid. Decent, decent. Plug-in hybrid or just a hybrid? A lot of people have plug-in hybrids and just never charge their cars. You got Camrys in Ireland, Dan? Really? Why do I feel like that's strange? Yeah, as long as you've got any sort of electrical power in your car, you are moving. Self-charging hybrid. Okay, sweet. I've never seen a Camry in the UK. Well, in London, I guess. I've been outside of London a few times, but not much. But I've never seen a Camry. Never. You put your old car in the pick section. I'm gonna check it in a second. Starting 45 to 50. Seems a bit overpriced. For a starting price. A base model Toyota Camry, I would not think would be 40s, 50s. I'd think more 30s. Is that a Camry then? It actually looks pretty nice. You got a thing for Toyotas, don't you? It actually looks pretty nice, to be fair. No, let me see. I've never seen one. I need to see one with like a UK plate to believe this. Oh my god, they really do exist. I find that so strange. Like, it's always been for me an American thing. Like, you always hear Americans banging on about a Camry. Grew up with Toyotas. It's a conversion for them. Yeah. I don't know. I think because I'm like, again, a car guy, I've always been after like performance and sportiness and stuff like that. Well, sure, it isn't all known for. Yes, you do have the Supra, but they're not exactly known for it. The Camry was the old Aventus. I don't know, name back to Camry. Corollas have a legendary status. Without a doubt. We're going to be speeding for a little while. I can't be asked to hit the brakes manually. I'm just going to let it do its own thing. We'll slow down eventually. We ain't switching tracks, so... Oh boy, we are going to have to come to a stop though, aren't we, soon? 1.8 hybrid, low center of gravity, suit on the body for better dynamics. If it goes a dream through the corners. That sounds like sounds like a car made for the track. Hilarious. Going through windy turns at 60. Sounds about right for how I would have driven a car like that. Sounds fun as hell. What's our VMAX? $100. 100 or 90? I think 90. Damn. $237. I forgot about this restart. What train number was it? 166. What was it? 166429, I think it was. 166429. 166429. I think that was it. I think that was it. Well, there's kind of events, man. Are there events going on DE1? If so, what events? Thank you for the postal check. There you go. Straightened up a little. Oh, no events. Did there used to be events on DE1? Do they actually mean like events or? Pretty sure it's 144. 144 something. I know it ended in 9. No events allowed. What were the Germans getting up to? Good afternoon, Stadlux. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. $55 minutes to go. Thank you, nerd. This website still thinks EN1's down. There we go. Beautiful. It's loaded us in at 4K again. No, are you Catman? Have you changed your name from Dr. Cat to Catman? 144269 to Swavkov. Message received. Thank you very much. Have a good shift. Yeah. Right. Yeah, either that or what's the other GR? It's a Yaris, isn't it? GR Yaris. Apparently that's quite a handful as well. You can only get in America. I looked at the Yaris version with all carbon fiber and it was 263 horsepower. Yeah, limited edition, right? Let me get my alarm. My alarm's on in time. I don't know what my alarm is. I'll just give you that. I don't have my handy dandy. There we go. Thing just takes off. It's actually like crazy. Basically take it to some windy ass roads in the countryside and just do some rallying with it. We're running early now. Very, very nice to see. Gonna be passing through some familiar areas. We currently are anyway. Before we go back to... oh no. Well, we do go towards Katowice, but... not the Katowice I know. The dead ships can't drive them unless it's a test drive. What? Oh, the dealership can't drive them unless it's with a customer. It'd be very handy if you had a friend who is who worked in a dealership, right? And you lot just took one out for a blast. Now we need a fault simulation in SimRail. Everything just to be a step ahead. I mean, if SimRail were to sell a train for £30, or the equivalent prices in your currencies, that was an expert mode local, I don't think many people would be happy about it. Many people were very upset with SimRail because they sold the DLC while they're still early access. Even though, I don't know, but in my opinion, it's a more developed game than Train Sim World. Just because it was early access, a lot of people had an issue with it. And I'm thinking to myself, well, hold on a second. In many aspects, SimRail is more advanced than TSW, but because TSW is a full release, they're allowed to be underdeveloped and sell DLCs that are worse value as well. It's a strange argument. Personally, with me, I'm not bothered about whether a game is early access. In terms of DLCs, it's for me, it's more the state of the game. You can't have a half-baked game. I'm not talking about any game specifically, just talking generally. You can't have a half-baked game full of bugs, for example, and selling DLCs. Whether you're early access or full release, it doesn't really matter to me. But if the core game is in a good place, then yeah, by all means, give us DLCs, and I'll support it. The moment the SimRail DLC came out, I bought it. Yes, for content, but also for support as well. And if somehow, for example, ETS2 was in early access, I'm buying the DLCs. It's a bloody good game. And the devs are clearly paying attention to it and giving its true care. This train is coming from the mine, full of coal. Wow. We lost 15 FPS just by going past the train. What setting would that be down to in the graphics? What would other trains have that affects FPS so badly? Interesting. The fastest car I've been in is a GTR. Though the Maserati, something went from 30 to 180 in seconds. The best car I've driven is also a GTR, Dan. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I'm comparing it against a Lamborghini Huracan Sport and against a McLaren 570S. And my favorite out of the bunch was a GTR. The acceleration, the torque, the power that you feel, man, none like it. None like it. Why are we down to 45 frames? I really don't want to put the game into medium, man, but if it gets to it, gotta do what I gotta do, really, innit? I like eye candy, but I also like having a smooth game. I do like the Huracan, it's really Lambo I like. Really? That's interesting. Will that 30 clear? Or is that actually going to be a speed we're going to have to go down to? No time to debate. We're gonna have to switch a radio channel soon. Switch to 3. We should have a sign that tells us to anyway as well. Why do we slow down to 30? Is it because of this turn coming up? Thank you, Novinus. I might see a sign though. More a Ferrari man, Japanese imports. Good taste. I do want to get my hands on a well, get my hands on is a bit of a reach, but I do want to drive an 812 Superfast at some point in my life. And I find it quite funny that I was keeping up with an Audi R6. I'm up with Avieris. You know what? When you get on the roads and you try some crazy things, yeah, you also tend to find out some crazy things as well. I drove a Hyundai i30. And it surprised me. That hates me being the driver. No, you gotta be wise, man. You gotta be wise. The most I'll do with like people in the car. Okay, so it depends who's in the car with me, right? If it's my parents, the most I'll do is like 10 above the limit, and I'll just drive like I won't do any like harsh acceleration or anything. Like I won't like undercut or anything of the sort, unless I get really annoyed by a particular driver. If it's my sister or my sisters, I just drive as if I drove back. No, so I got two sisters. One of them doesn't give a shit how I drive because her sort of her kind of like mind, her principle is that I'm in control of the car. If I crash it, it's on me. So she doesn't care. It's not going to cost her anything. She doesn't mind. She's been in enough cars with like crazy drivers. My other sister gets car sick, so I have to drive like reasonably well with her in a car. The missus also gets car sick, so I've got to drive reasonably well with her in a car. Although, it sort of just depends on the day, really. If the kids are in the car, I keep it like I drive normally. And then if I'm by myself, well, London basically turns into a version of the Nordschleife, really. My uncle had a Toyota Supra. It was nice. Oh, nice. What, the newer one or the older one? Have you already driven this train in diesel mode? Yes, Dad, looks, I have. Sounds very nice. Road rage, never heard of it. Oh boy. I don't rage anymore. I get even. If you do some stupid shit to me on the road, like the dumbest, most brain dead shit, I'll just do it back to you. So then you see, my logic is that you see how dumb you are, or how dumb what you did was. It's the only diesel like we have, isn't it? Or the only train that we can put on diesel mode on here. Oh! Thank you for your service, Novinus. Just about my diesel mode's low power output. Yeah. I mean, naturally though, right? It's to be expected. Hey, hello, Tommy. Kinda late. No worries, man. No worries. You still got an hour. Well, just a little bit over an hour, actually. So you're alright. How are you doing, Dommy? You alright? Another 30 we're gonna have to slow down for. We're doing a thing. I'm waiting on it. From memory, you can only change between electric mode and diesel mode while stopped. I would hope so. Yeah, I think so. It seems like the only safe way to do it, really. When you send your manager something and you can just see them typing, I'm sure what's about to happen. I mean, it depends on what you've sent your manager, though, really, innit? You might tremble a little bit if it's something that was risky. Otherwise, you got nothing to be scared of, right? It's only emergency diesel. Ah, that makes sense then. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Power off and panto down to change. Oh, so you don't have to be stopped? Just put the panto down. And, of course, change power. The panto growth ain't going down. I think we need to be stopped. Or do I need to open? Oh wait, that's the lower pantograph. Panto down. You hold it, right? Or do you just click it once? No, still no power. I guess you do need to come to a stop. Turn the air conditioning back on. It was from here, right? We need to slow down a little bit. Just once for a second. It's not responding. There's nothing. Do I need to open the circuit breaker? No, I've done it before. It wasn't difficult. But even when I'm pressing the aircon, it's not turning on. So I don't know whether the screen's just not being responsive or what it is exactly. Let's go back into electric power. That's really odd. I wonder why it's not working. Maybe we do have to come to a stop. Yeah. No, nothing. Ah, wait. This has changed. There wasn't anything else to it, is it? You just press it. Ah. There you go. Thank you. I thought the main breaker, closing the main breaker only needed to be done if driving on electric power. It's much louder inside. Happy to Steve from my last job, never had anything nice to say. Yeah, that's just bad management, man. I think a lot of people in management positions aren't actually managers. They just found themselves in that position. I have a friend who had like a very strange manner. She'd never interact with like the other employees. She'd never talk to them, only when there was a problem. She had no relationship with anyone in the store whatsoever. It was horrible. I'm sure someone's going to see this who doesn't really know that you can do diesel power with this train and be so confused as to how it's moving. Thank you, CP, for the hydrate. Cheers to you. Was like an upset German I was polluting. No one told Greta what we're doing. Greta must not know about the actions that are being undertaken right now. I feel like I should do channel point redemption for taking shots, but it should be like 10,000 or something. 10,000 is too low. You guys would get me drunk. All right, let's go back to electric power. We're really not getting anywhere, and we're not in any sort of emergency. Yeah, you do have to come to a stop. I'll see if I could do anything with or yeah, no, you have to come to a stop to do anything. Well, didn't we raise and lower the pantos while the train was moving, actually? Apparently not. There it is. Lovely. Premature. Oh, still premature. Because the brakes are released. The brakes aren't released. Now we're gonna get some serious power. Why is the aircon? Oh, there it is. No visible smoke coming out, no. That would have been cool, though. Little brother, mate, bar left the chat. Normally you can raise panto when in motion. I don't know. It seemed like the diesel engine was still activated until we came to a stop. Or maybe it was just timed and it just was a coincidence that the engine turned off as we came to a stop. So having options like this would be nice to have full system like the new 101 and TSW has. Yeah, I mean, hey, look. In any sort of sim, it would be nice to have faults. I always had them on when I used to play OMSI back in the day. If there was a possibility to have them on in the truck simulators, I would have them on there as well. It's nice. It's honestly a nice feature. It's realistic. That's what it is for me. Like my deciding factor a lot of the time for a game is realism, and if faults is in a game, that would make me want it more. But sad looks, let's not forget, my man, it took them 1 year. 1 whole year to develop the 101. So, you know. Don't expect to see anything anytime soon. And, well, they've lied to us before, but currently they're saying that they have no other train in the work. They want to wait to see what the feedback is like. I don't know who's going to give them bad feedback for the idea. As bad as the execution was in the scenarios and the little bugs, the little niggles here and there, the idea is good. It's a good idea. So I don't know who's gonna give them bad feedback. But the fact that they haven't started working on a train yet, and the last one took them 1 year, and now they're doing TSW Tycoon, and apparently there's another venture they're trying to get into. Hey, we'll be lucky to get one in 2026. $1.5 preps. Oh yeah, I forgot about changing the. Okay, so everyone who's been subbed right now has been getting like a lot of channel points because I forgot to turn the thing off from last time. Why do I click off the game at the worst times? Not Nightbot, Stream Elements. My spelling is atrocious. Hey, hello Chuck, how you doing, my man? You okay? Please stop you insert all your savings here. If you have any savings left after buying all the DLC. Okay, 100 points every 10 minutes. If you're a subscriber, you get 200 points. I should also be getting points now as well, actually. Let me see. Somebody try and draw me. Absolutely great, man. Enjoying my life. I hope that's not sarcasm, Chuck. I'll be very sad if it is. But if you are, I'm happy for you. You deserve it. Yes. Yes. Let's go. I'm now involved. I'm now involved in the fun. Oh, for fuck's sake. If anyone's gonna have worse luck than Chuck, it's gonna be I, right? It's gotta be I. How many points do I have? I only turned the thing off that was stopping it from giving it to me last week. 3,400. You know what? Let's go. Let's go all in. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I don't want to show my face anymore. How about we never do that again? I'm staying away from all gambling from now on. It's not sarcasm, I enjoy everything. Drops and ups, everything, man. That's it, man. That's it. There's a saying that, like, you make your own happiness. It's partially true. It's partially true. Things will happen and it's up to you what your outlook is. Face for Sadnan. I might turn it off for the next stream though, for GTA. Yes, CP, join me. Welcome. Welcome, CP. Welcome. I should have taken Domi's advice. Domi said, don't do any more gambling. I should have listened. But hey, at least you guys get 100 points every 10 minutes now instead of 10. It used to be 10 points every 10 minutes. But I thought that was a little too low. Also, I can mess with like the roulette settings. So if I want to make you guys very, very, very unlucky and poor, I can do that with the channel, with the points. If I want to make you rich, I can do that too. Powers in my hands. It's true what Domi said, you know. If you never gamble, you'll end up being number one at some point. And it will be like, actually maybe not, because someone could gamble their way to number one and then also lose it, but then make it back up again. It's a cruel world. Roulette 0 seems about right. Congratulations, CP. You won and gained 0 points. Tim has 21k. Oh my lord. Yeah. Tim's luck is crazy, man. Another ET20. I've never seen that. A double ET22. I've actually never seen that. How cool. Can I see it again? No, it's gone. I've never seen a double header ET22. Make us switch so we can keep pressing the hydrate button. No, because the last time you lot made me go to the toilet. So I'd be a fool to give you that power again. That is so cool. You told me that just in time, nerd. That is cool, man. I don't think I've ever seen a double-headed train. Oh, we're looking like 4 minutes early. Let's go, man. We're doing well. We're doing very, very well. Let's keep this going. This is the thing. We're staying away from like the busy area of the map. And we're having a good time. We're chilling. There hasn't been a single red that we've stopped at that I've needed to stop at. We haven't needed to make ways for any train. We're just doing our thing, man. We're just doing our thing. Literally perfect timing, nerds. Literally perfect timing. I pressed it as soon as I saw your comment, and then boom, the train popped up. There are some good services with 2 easy to do. Also some with the loco too. I somehow, well, I say somehow, I don't play this game 24/7, but I played it a lot. I've never ever seen, I've never driven a train with 2 locos. Nor have I seen one as well. There needs to be a way to do, what's it called? Telemetry. For the, like the power and the stuff like that. I'd love to get all of that off the screen. And maybe have it on my phone or something, or on my tablet. I really hope with the next batch of updates, they include optimization. Hey, thank you very much, Chuck. Thank you very much for the gifted tier 1 to Stadlux. Congratulations, Stadlux. Enjoy your, enjoy getting 200 points every 10 minutes. And I think more importantly, no more ads. They are so annoying. Oh my God, ads are incredibly annoying. Don't worry, you lot. I suffer as well when I go to other people's channels and I'm not subscribed. It hurts. The interesting thing is that there are some night services with night trains, but of course you have to have it at night because of the service time. Well, I can go on EN, I think EN2 or EN3, one of them is usually when I play at night. It's like the opposite of whatever I have. But honestly, Stadlux, I don't like the nighttime. Since they brought in the April update, I haven't liked the nighttime. I preferred how it was before. Because you no longer get a dark sky anymore. Now it's always sunsets. Which is actually bad, I'm not gonna lie. If it was TSW4, I'd be shitting on it. It's actually quite bad. I don't give it the distaste I think it deserves, to be honest. I really, really don't like it. Chuck's got 30 now, 30 gifted subs on the channel. Sensational. What do you guys want to see tomorrow? Some more SimRail or Train Sim World? Or some of the Sims. I've got Euro Truck, American Truck Sim. I don't mind playing those as well. Actually, no, let's leave them alone for now. I have a reason. Yeah, SimRail or TSW tomorrow. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, man. Right, is it a real 20 or a fake 20 coming up? I saw a sign for it, so I'm going to slow down just to be on the safe side. A horror game. I've got a bunch of Resident Evils. A bunch. I could play them. I don't mind. Although, playing through Outlast 1 was a horrific experience. A horrific experience. And I tend to swear a lot when I play horror games, and I've got kids, so I would have to be like extra careful. I'd have to be extra careful. I got a telling off from the missus the other day for swearing too loud. I do have Fernbus CP, but I don't have many DLCs. EN2 is a 12-hour difference. It would be EN2 then. It would be EN2. I want to get Fernbus. I want to start playing it again, giving it another go. give it another chance, to be honest, because I've been dogged on it since I stopped playing it, which was like years ago now. But I need the map DLCs for some variability and also more buses as well. I don't mind not having the non-licensed ones. I don't like that. But I want to have the licensed ones in the game for sure. It's expensive though, man. Super expensive. You want to see me scream, Dan? The joy of creation. Right. Yeah, don't want to give Chuck a heart attack as well. Resident Evil's not very scary. Honestly, I played through Resident Evil 4 in VR. It was so good, man. So good. A horn, a signal, a sound of horn for what? What did I miss? It's too late now. Hey, this is a big ass train. I don't know how big this train was. This locomotive. Big as hell. Makes sense though with how powerful it is. I punch when I get jump scared. Oh, I don't want to be around you, Dan. I know I've been around people like that. I'm alright. I am alright. Oh, the joy of creation, a game. I thought you were being sarcastic about the kids. The joy of creation. Oh boy. Would the demo be enough? If we're going to scream, make sure to clip it. Well, be here and you can clip it for me. How about that? I got jump scared. Jump scared once playing SimRail. You guys saw my reaction. That's like my regular reaction to like being like, yeah, I don't have a good reaction to it, man. I don't go OTT and like throw stuff and all that shit. Like my reaction is very much like very genuine. Like I just, yeah, man, I don't know. I hate that shit. Especially if I know, okay, I'm playing a scary game. It doesn't help. So would I, sad looks, man. So would I. So would I. The VR that I do for Train Sim World 4, it's better than not having any VR at all, but it's really not great. It's really not great. Some more work needs to be put into it. I can't say it's an enjoyable experience as of right now. I remember I was there and got it scary. Okay, oh, so, okay, so it wasn't just me then. It wasn't just me. Okay, good. It was the fact that we were so locked into the other train as well. It wasn't just like we weren't doing anything. Our focus was on one train. And the other one goes... Yeah. Let's not do that again. I don't know if I've dispatched since then. How are we looking for time? Still 4 minutes early. Very, very good. Very nice. Statchic. Is Statchic going to be the last place we go through? We're not going all the way to Statchic, are we? Although, why not? It's like only 10 minutes down. Okay, it would be a little bit more of some track, and that would be it. The numbers have been incredible today. Thank you everyone who's been a part of today's stream. Whether you're just here kicking back, watching, whether you've been engaging, I appreciate your presence. There was a SimRail post on Insta a month ago where a lot of people had VR heads. Really? Interesting. What, do SimRail have their own Instagram page? Let me see if I can find it. Was it like a post or did they just put it in their story? Oh, come on. Another stabbing in London. An 11-year-old girl and a 34-year-old woman. Jesus Christ, man. This summer has been ridiculous. Again, it tends to increase during the summer, but like this is the most that I've seen civilians being involved. It's always it's when it's people that like are involved in that particular life that it happens to. I've never seen this many civilians be involved. People are sick, man. You were saying how the dispatcher, you focused on one train. What, at the time that it happened? I was locked in, man. I was completely locked in. Okay, SimRail, do you have an Instagram? Nice. I can't see the VR one, so I assume it was maybe on their story, I assume. Unless it was a real? Nah. Something they were tagged in? Nah. Hate is a very strong word, Chuck. Do you actually hate this game, or is it just it's not really to your liking? Especially because you love Train Sim Mod 4, and they're both very similar in many aspects. Without mentioning the most obvious one, that they're both train sims. Let's remove the alerts again. Yeah, I heard about that's being broadcasted on CNN Portugal. It's the area happening as well. Happened in the middle of London. Usually a very busy area, no matter what time of day. Usually when it happens in the in what we call the ends, you won't find many people caring about it. Only one time, when I was I went to see my parents. And someone had been stabbed like across the road from where they live, and I saw it anyway. I saw the guy, and people were helping him, but I couldn't tell what had happened because it was a little bit away from me. They were like setting him up, and they were trying to hold his head up, and I thought, oh, maybe like, I don't know, some gang stuff, and like I wasn't gonna get myself involved in that, you know. I thought maybe they were, I don't know, I just thought something was going on. I was like, I'm not going to get myself involved. I didn't think it was that. If I knew it was that, I would have got involved and tried to save him, you know. He ended up dying anyway. And it was all over the news because the area was close to a posh area. And they kept using the name of the posh area to bring attention to it. The news can be dirty, man. The news can honestly be very dirty. Yeah, if it's just preference, Chuck, it is what it is. You're allowed to dislike the game. Even if everyone else likes it and you by yourself dislike it, you're allowed. I initially disliked it, but it was just because I just didn't give it time. I always say that SimRail, you need to give it some time to get accustomed with the trains, with the way things work. Aaron is my favorite example. Aaron was so angry at the game and the trains, and I kept telling him, bro, give it time, relax, like allow yourself to learn it. You're not gonna get it just like that just because you know how to play Train Sim World. And then he did, and he fucking loves it now. Everyone prefers what seems good to them, so no point. Exactly, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Talking of Train Sim in general, the whole genre is a niche. Train Sim lovers, we're a handful of people. Hey, nice. I didn't think we were going to do it that quickly. We still got half an hour. We were meant to complete it like at 4 o'clock, but we still got half an hour. Nice. I'm not bothered about this information here. This is interesting, but this, I don't know. Maybe some people have it their personal goal, you know, to be very efficient in their driving. Not me. Couldn't care less. All right, let's see what we can drive for half an hour then. Or should we do some dispatching for the last half an hour? Let's do some dispatching. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm not looking for anything crazy. Give me something calm. Bedgin? Let's see a bit of Bedgin. Go on then. Something calm. Jesus Christ, pardon me. Okay, where's 40176? 40176 has stopped somewhere. 4076. Platform 1, track 2. Where are you? Platform 1, track 2. Wait, is that 1425? It's a Pendolino, isn't that? 1425, that's gonna come right through. Just give it its path, really, innit? Give it its path. Oh no! Oh! Okay. Up goes this way, bottom goes this way. Okay. Cool. Cool. What were you expecting? 629020. No, that's all they're here. Has the AI not like marked? Didn't the AI used to mark stuff? It's not doing anything now. What time is it? 2:34 in game. So really, we should be expecting a 40176, but apparently that's gone. It doesn't make any sense though. I guess it could. It could make sense. It could have just been running early. So what? 14123. 40676 departed at 2:34 from Sosnovich Govny, which is over here. It's this one. 40676. What are you doing, mates? 40676. Where is it? Okay, it's stopping at the platform for 1 minute. Platform 1 track. 40176. Oh, gotta be careful. What's 40176? This one. Stop it anyway for 30 seconds. It's gonna go straight through, I think. It's a bot. Thank you, nerd. Jump in the deep end and go to Grodzik Maciejewski. You are joking, mate. You are joking. How about we just go to Zawiercie at that point? Zawiercie is a crazy one, right? $629,020. 629020. Due at 44. It's running a little bit early. Should we give it a layover? What's coming behind it? 4128. 53. I'm gonna need to look at the map for this one. I'm going to need the map. Alright, where's Bedrin? Bedrin. There you go, just find my picture. Okay. 610. Okay, nothing's coming behind it for a while actually. I think this train's departing now, by the way. It's not departing now, but it should. Oh, it's not departing because I haven't given it clearance. Whoops. Oh, I need to give it this one, isn't it? And then this one. I remember that. I remembered. Dabrova Gornicha. Did it start moving? What time is it? Did it start? Due to me 38. There we go. What was 0176? Thank you, nerds. Yeah, there's no train behind this one for a while, a long while. I don't mind just letting it go. Hey, morning, Tim. How you doing, mate? I did not think we were going to do some dispatching today, but it's good to get back into the swing of things. Pardon me, my God. Yep. Did a couple hours of, well, 2 hours and a bit of some driving. Now we're dispatching. Them ET22s are so powerful. So powerful. Infinity SW today. No, it was somebody requested it on Saturday, I think it was. On Friday or Saturday, someone mentioned something about SimRail, so I said, you know what? Let's go for it. I'm always happy to give freight trains a break, because I know they can get absolutely shafted. So let's say a shafting is awaiting the freight train. Let me do my part to at least get them there a bit earlier, so that this thing isn't too bad. Doesn't look like we're gonna have any trains for a while. On his way. Should we get some marbles going? It's been a while, boys and girls. Let's get some marbles going. Since the last update, there came some interesting dispatching posts where you have to deny other trains because you have trains with higher priority. Oh, what, as in they're in the game or they're coming? Already, it's already in. Fair enough. Maybe we won't do marbles. (4128) has entered the fray. The freight train's not going to block it though, because that train will be at Dabrova Gornicha by then. And it will not be a hindrance. Well, it's up to whoever's going to be at Dabrova Gornicha to put the freight train aside. Oh, it's an AI train. Sorry, AI dispatcher, so no one I can communicate with. So let's just hope they use some common sense. Is common sense common with AI dispatchers? I don't know. I know they sometimes lack it, but it's not too often. Just ended a service from Tirana to Ospizio. You enjoying it then, Domi, the Bernina line? I still haven't done an end-to-end service. It's very long. DG has no sidetrack, so that's a shame. It would just have to be dealt with at DGZ. By the way, Antelope Valley. That's cheeky, man. Hey, Oh, you're on PS5, aren't you, Tim? I was gonna say, try out the timetable mod. Add some more freight, if I'm not mistaken, as a bit more services. Doesn't make it like super busy non-stop, rush houry, but yeah, it has a good effect. But unfortunately, you've taken the console path. Hey, Holy Trucker, how are you doing? We're just watching a video on how Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed are what garbage of getting transgender the characters and how those games will flop. Why they break sexuality. I mean, I don't think if they flop, it'll be because of that. Probably because of they'll be released too early, as a lot of games are today. The freight on that route is surprisingly good fun. I've never actually done freight on Antelope Valley line. Is that what tomorrow's stream's gonna be? What are we saying? Did you guys even answer earlier when I said what do you want to see tomorrow? SimRail or TSW? So there now we're gonna do some freight on Antelope Valley line. I haven't done freight in TSW in a while, like properly. We did a little bit of like horseshoe curve during requester route, but that was only the routes are only the runs are only half an hour long because of the nature of the stream. But it's been a while since I've spent like over an hour running freight. That should be good. I'm gonna give it a go. I don't know how long it lasts, to be honest, on Antelope Valley line, if you can even run freight for an hour, but it should be fun regardless. The video mentions how men who wear skirts and dresses are making our games now. I mean, whether we've had an increase in people coming out or not, I think we have. Sorry, whether or not we've had an increase in people who are gay or lesbian or whatever else, or if it's just been that people are more coming out now with it publicly, I think it's been the same. It's just that people are aware of it now. So I think, is it that they're gay that's a problem, or that they're wearing skirts now? Because people who are gay have always been about. Any of the LGBTQ crew, they've always been about, just not openly. So your games have been being made by gay people or lesbian or transgenders. TSW, SimRail would be a nice change. SimRail, most of the services I believe are about an hour long. Oh, that's nice then. Here's an East22 action. Okay, so we've got 2 SimRail, 1 TSW request. Come on, it's 12 of you. Something I was thinking. It's looking like SimRail as it stands. I honestly am down for whatever. I don't mind. I honestly don't mind. Where is this 4128? Why is it stopped? It stopped at a green. Why is it stopped? Okay, well the aforementioned freight train is it's more or less now at DG, so now it's got to do like that same distance basically. So it's probably gonna catch up, but well, not as it stands with it doing this weird stuff. I don't know if that was a stop that it stopped at. It was a stop, fair enough. Right. Copy that. It is now on its way. Is it on time? What time is it due to go through here? 54. Okay. But delayed by it's early by about a minute. Should go flying through here. Well, not flying, but moving at a considerable speed. DG had sidetracks years ago. You can still see on Google Maps. Is there another station that's like that? It's like if you check on Google Maps, it looks a little bit different. Thank you. No, they ended up figuring it out eventually. I can play flat screen games. I can't play flat screen games anymore because I let that for years of playing VR games. For a little while, Holy Chocker, and then the hype sort of died down a little bit for me. Now I barely use it, but I think I just need to get a better quality headset. I'm not gonna lie. And I also need to play some more games that are made for VR. That's one of my issues as well. I just play games that are made for flat screens, but in VR. Whereas the one VR game I properly played, which was Resident Evil 4 VR edition, I had a blast on that. But end to end, also up in AVR would be well over 2 hours. Yeah. How long is a regular run, like a passenger run, end to end? I have a Quest 2. Meta Quest 2. I could get my hands on a Quest 3, but I don't know. 14123. Here's that Pendolino. 14123. What's behind you? 40627. Which one is more important? is crossing over now. What did we say? We got 14123 coming towards us and 40627. So 14123. What's an ECE? And 40627. Okay, the 40627 is stopping. So yeah, we'll let the 14123 continue on. Just found out they have Borderlands 2 version of VR. Keen to try that one. I have Quest 2 as well. Excellent for ETS 2. Excellent for ETS is excellent. It does the job. I just can't go over the quality though. The quality inside the headset. Like, man, it just makes everything look like dog water, man. The Quest 3 alone is a big improvement, but I don't know if I want to go even higher than that. Half-Life Alyx, perfect for VR. Too scary though. Gives you the shits. I don't mind playing scary VR games, man. I like a good scare. I like something that gets the blood pumping. Our run for 123 is very close now. And it's gonna go straight through, it's gonna cross over. And then 40627 is gonna stop. I don't know if it's gonna stop at DG as well, actually, before it even makes its way towards us. One for 123 crossing. What's behind the 40627? Nothing for a while. We're going to be gone by then anyway. There's some really dark levels when you only have flashlight and there crabs all around. It just is very cool. Hey, looking around the... Yeah. That's why, that's the only game that's ever made me contemplate, Stad Looks, buying Track IR. Because looking around with the things that I've set is it's not the same, man. Like, I want to look around freely. Sometimes I want to look at specific things, you know. Things you do as driving, you know. Sometimes things will catch your eye. You want to take a look at them. Without, yeah, man, just the natural feeling of VR is unbeatable. Alright, looks like we're doing some SimRail tomorrow, boys. What drove away? Did I message the wrong station? 14123 is the last thing to drive through here. And I let Sosnovich Govny know. So why are you asking me what drove away? You want me to tell you again? No, we've lost connection to the timetable. Oh, it's back. Alright. I think we might end it there, boys. 40627 is still a little while away. We'll be waiting a while for it to come. Yeah. I don't want to, if I'm going to start the stream later than 4 o'clock, the next stream, the GTA one, I don't want it to start too long after 4 o'clock. I also need to go and make a cup of coffee as well. And if there's anything to eat, snack on a little something. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. We'll be back tomorrow with some more SimRail again. We'll start with driving, if time permits. Then we'll do some dispatching afterwards as well. But it'll definitely be SimRail, as you guys have requested. And yeah, in a few minutes we'll do some we'll get some GTA cracking, and we'll do that until at least 7 p.m, so at least 3 hours or so. But yeah, thank you everyone for being a part of the stream. It's been amazing today. The numbers have been incredible. Thank you guys for all the conversations. They've been amazing as well. Thank you Chuck for the gifted. Thank you Carter for the raid. And yeah, if you guys are not going to be here for the next stream, then I'll see you guys tomorrow. And sorry, Chuck. You removed the in-game ban. 24-hour stream. It was just a million channel points was a bit excessive. I'll see what I can do about that once the time comes. In-game ban. It was just cucking me, to be honest. It was just being a cuck, and yeah. Maybe for certain games I'll bring it back, but for what I'm playing now, I can't really mess around with certain things, you know. So yeah, but I'll debate it. Have a good night, and take care. I know you're in crazy town with your time zone. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, if I'm not going to catch you guys in the next stream, then I'll see you tomorrow. As per usual, until then, stay safe, take care of each other, take care of yourselves. Health is wealth, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace out.